Welcome back to America's Retirement Headquarters, home of the Retirement Guys Formula and America's Medicare Associates with Nolan Baker. 419-794-3030 is the phone number. That's 419-794-3030. The website, arhq.com. For decades, Marvel and DC Comics, they owned the word superhero in their branding thanks to a unique dual trademark. But when another company challenged it, Marvel and DC actually lost the trademark because, well, they didn't respond in time. Deadlines are important, and there are a lot of financial deadlines we encounter. A great one, for example, being the end of the year every year. Why is it so important, Nolan, to meet with your financial professional by the end of the year? What opportunities could be missed out on if they wait until the calendar switches over?
There definitely are. There's straight deadlines that you cannot miss, or it's too late. And I actually am going through a lot of this with my son right now, who's a senior at Anthony Wayne. A good example is if you do not meet the deadline of getting your Eagle Scout requirements before the age of 18, you pretty much missed your deadline and you no longer will be an Eagle Scout. We're working and doing these college tours, and he's been touring a lot of different colleges lately. If you miss the deadline for getting in your application for financial aid scholarships and grants, you miss out. If you miss the deadline on submitting the requirements, as an example, to get into his architecture program, you simply do not get offered that year to be in the program. So some of these deadlines are, if you miss them, it's over. And it's important to meet with your advisor before the year end when you're looking at your finances, because the same would be true as these opportunities could be missed. Number one is opportunity that could be missed out with Roth conversions. If you feel that tax rates are going to be higher in the future than they are today for your family's individual situation, and you haven't done a 2024 tax roadmap, Roth conversion deadlines are December 31st. And if you miss it, then the year's over. You don't have the opportunity to do that. Now, what's even worse is that, here towards the end of the year, we also run up against deadlines of a lot of these financial companies will turn into what's called the best effort basis. So it can't be December 20th and you decide to do a Roth IRA conversion, because oftentimes the investment company is going to say, well, we're going to do our best to get it done, but there's no guarantee that you can get it done. So time is of the essence on these deadlines right now. Number two is 401k, 403b, and 457 contributions. So if you wanted to max out what your contributions are and make changes with what your withholdings are through work, you could have some deadlines for the last couple of paychecks that you get into your 401k, 403b, or 457. Now, when you think about a traditional or Roth IRA contributions, those deadlines do get extended out until when you file your taxes and or April 15th, usually whatever is earliest. Scott would talk about the importance of making contributions to the health savings account. It's important to build up that bucket of money. Number four is looking at, flexible spending accounts. There's some benefits that you have on flexible spending accounts, and some of those benefits are use it or lose it. And so you want to look at the provisions of your flexible spending account. If there are those use it or lose it provisions come December 31st, you want to make sure that you get them taken care of. Number five is tax loss harvesting. So if you have non-retirement accounts, you could have some realized gains, you could have some realized losses. You could have some unrealized gains, you could have some unrealized losses. But now is the time of the year you want to look at what your unrealized gains and losses are, and you want to try to work to minimize what your taxation is, and or put yourself in a situation where if you have a $3,000 write-off because of a loss, then that's kind of an optimal strategy to be. At the end of the day, paying taxes on profit is why you do this. That's why you're invested. But if there is a way to minimize taxes, your tax loss harvesting has to be done before December 31st. Number six is charitable contributions. Required minimum distributions is a big topic. A lot of retirees will wait until this time of the year to determine taking their RMDs out. But if you're charitable minded, you may want to consider what you do with those RMDs, and you may want to consider using that for charitable contributions. It's all part of that retirement team action plan. And if you want to invest an hour of your time to look at are there ways to minimize taxes, it probably could be one of the best uses of your hour of coming in and having us put together the retirement team action plan. We'll walk you through our tax savers checklist and help you figure out, what are the important deadlines that you need to be paying attention to. And if your advisor is not reaching out to you for the end of the year tax planning, could be worth a second opinion, or if you don't have an advisor, could be a great way for us to make an introduction, and I'd be more than happy to look at your end of the year tax planning.
As Nolan said, about an hour of your time could be some of the most valuable time you spend on the way towards your retirement, especially when it pertains to saving as much in taxes, mitigating that tax hold that Uncle Sam has on you as possible. 419-794-3030 is the number. Make sure you get started before the end of the year as that deadline fast approaches. 419-794-3030 or going to the website, which is arhq.com.